if Peter Obi, and I'm imagining that he wants to run again in 2027, Peter Obi or any other person that comes from the
Can I ask you one question, Shehu? Can I ask you, have I even announced who I will be supporting in 2027?
Governor Fayose, let me give you a scenario. There are those who are tipping in your party. They are saying Sheyi Makinde will be a good presidential candidate. If you have a Sheyi Makinde, a Peter Obi, and Bola Tinubu on the ballot in 2027, where will you cast your ballot?
Let me say to you, I have, when I saw an advert running on the social media, with all due respect to Governor Makinde, I forwarded it to him. And he called me. And he said he's not running. And he said he doesn't know anything about those flyers. And there were some guys, some boys flying it. He has not told me otherwise. And let me say to you, I will not put words in his mouth. I would rather believe whatever he tells me as a brother. And he told me that he's not going to be the person that will be used against the Yoruba man as president. I stand to be corrected. And I stand there to say that Governor Makinde, by what he has told me, will accept anything changes.
What about
My
Peter
name is Ayo
Obi?
Fayose.
Considering what is happening in the country today, the groaning of a lot of Nigerians about the situation in the country, the economic situation in the country, there are those who say that they're faced with a lot of challenges, and perhaps under the Bola Tinubu's leadership, the Nigerians have seen a range of policy shifts, which immediately is impacting negatively on their pocket, and perhaps people will be thinking of an alternative. In your mind, with what we have on the ground, is Peter Obi looking like an alternative, an option for you?
Let me take you back to the days of Obasanjo and Olufalaye. People said Olufalaye will have done better. Obasanjo spent 8 years. Yeah, came, they said he was an angel. He passed. We had the Jonathan. Everybody came, well, Jonathan must go. We will not agree. An angel is coming. That angel was Buhari. Did Buhari do well? I'm not going to answer yes or no. But the question I want to tell you that there's no day you will satisfy people of this country or any country at all. That is life. You own nothing. Your wife is not your own. It's your wife until you pass. Your house is your own until you pass. It belongs to somebody else. Today, you are not honorable until you leave. People are now saying, Jonathan, come back. The same Jonathan they drove many years past. It is best to allow an Asiwaju to conclude his tenure, complete his tenure, because this is a southern slot, and let him fix the country, go as far as he can go. We go back to the north. The problem that did not start today cannot end today. Everybody just try to make it better.
You are supporting President Tinubu for a second term just because he's a southerner.
It is the lack of respect for the rule of law that will make us to be celebrating a democracy day in Nigeria in 2025, where you have an INEC that violates the Constitution of Nigeria, violates the Electoral Act, violates even INEC's guideline, destroying two core principles of democracy: free and fair elections and rule of law. INEC Mahmood Yakubu, a professor, continues to disrespect the rule of law and violates Nigeria's constitution, refusing to register new political parties as allowed by law. And nobody's talking about it. We are just talking and keeping quiet and shifting behind. On a day like this, these are the things that we should be focused on. Who are the agencies and strong men politicians or agents of strong men politicians that continue to desecrate democracy or the principles of democracy in Nigeria, number one on that list today is Mahmoud Yakubu. I rate him number one ahead of even Tinubu. Because if a Mahmoud Yakubu, as the chairman of INEC, does the right thing, it will be impossible for a Tinubu to rig any elections in Nigeria. So today being Democracy Day, today being June 12th, where we are commemorating June 12, 1993, as one of the freest and fairest elections, the number one topic on the lips of Nigerians should be, how do we get free and fair elections? And one of you should be naming and shaming anybody who has continually disrespected and desecrated democracy in Nigeria. And number one is Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, a professor who has refused to be ashamed of his academia, that he's a professor. A professor who has refused to be ashamed that he's bringing shame and reproach on Nigeria in the international community. A professor who has refused to be ashamed that he's supposed to be somebody's grandfather, a 70-year-old man that knows no shame. Instead of him to respect the rule of law and register political parties as required by law, he's acting as if he's been instructed by Tinubu. He is acting as if he is a department in APC, desecrating democracy. He is the number one desecrator of democracy. So let's channel our energy in this direction to make sure that we call on Mahmoud. Stop violating the constitution of Nigeria. And the security agencies must take note. What Mahmoud Yakubu is doing, disrespecting and violating the constitution of Nigeria, is a call to anarchy. Because tell me, if Mahmoud Yakubu will not respect the constitution of Nigeria, if Mahmoud Yakubu will not respect the Electoral Act, why should I, as a Nigerian, respect the rule of law? So his continued violation of the constitution, I'm talking about Professor Mahmoud Yakubu now, is an invitation to anarchy. So if the DSS are really serious about maintaining peace, if the Nigerian police are really serious about maintaining peace, law and order, and all the security agencies, they should call on Professor Mahmoud Yakubu to stop violating the Electoral Act, to stop violating the Constitution, and start registering political parties immediately. This is Democracy Day. Let us have something that looks like them. Having something that looks like a democracy. For God's sake.
God bless you, sir. God bless you for that. Can we really boast? Can we really boast that ever since this fourth dispensation came in 1999, that we are practicing democracy? Can we really boast?
Sorry, Eddie Diong. Somebody is asking a question here. He said, why am I abusing INEC chairman? Eddie Diong, simple. Did I abuse INEC chairman here now on this live?
No.
Sorry, Fresh. You need to understand that, and these are some of the things I hear, I get provoked as if I have supernatural power to flog sense into some people's brain.
Leave your provocation.
Beg. Edition, please just stop, because if I talk now, I that statement alone, you don't bore me. I beg, just talk, I beg.
Oh, he's saying I'm abusing without evidence.
You're just saying
evidence
right.
that INEC is
Sorry,
sorry, 1 minute. Let me answer this person. 1 minute. I have evidence that Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman, is violating the constitution of Nigeria. I have it. The things that I'm saying a statement of fact. And we are going to take legal action. I'm not just talking. What I'm saying here is just creating awareness. Professor Mahmoud Yakubu must know that Nigerians will not take his impunity lying low anymore. I have not abused him. I have just simply told Nigerians what he's doing. He's violating the constitution. He's violating the Electoral Act. He's violating even INEC's guidelines. So if I call him out for what he's doing, let him come out and come and sue me and tell me that no, he did not violate the constitution. Then I will bring the evidence. And it is a shame that we have people that are watching this live now that are thinking like this. Free and fair election.
Allow them think.
free and fair election are bad thing.
Allow them think.
Would I not like free and fair election? Should we all gather
People supporters don't like free and fair election.
No, see, somebody is saying his tenure will expire by December. Maybe you should start blaming the next INEC chairman. No! See, INEC has the power to stop registering political parties 12 months before a general election. That 12 months starts February of 2026. So if you wait till December when a new INEC chairman comes, it will be already too late to register a new political party. So you people should be guided. Don't come and say, keep quiet. He is violating the constitution now. He should be called out now. No delay. If somebody goes now and abuses or says or defames a politician, they will use police. They will use the FCC. They will use DSS to go and arrest the person and say the person violated Cyber Crimes Act. Now you have an INEC chairman that is openly violating the constitution, the Electoral Act, even INEC's guideline. And you are saying we should wait for December, we should allow him to go. No, we won't do that. That is impunity of the highest order. In fact, what Professor Mahmoud Yakubu is doing is laying the foundation for rigged election. That's what he's doing. And that's why I'm saying that I put him number 1 on the list of people desecrating our democracy. He is, and he must be told. Those of you who are close to him, you must tell him. If you're his family member, you must tell him. If he does not respect his name, you, his family members, should respect your family name. If he does not respect the title professor, other professors should call him to order. That, come on, Mr. INEC chairman, you are a professor. He's an elderly man. He's supposed to be a grandfather, if I'm not mistaken. What will he be telling his grandchildren? That he openly violated the Nigerian constitution, openly violated the Electoral Act. He stopped and denied registration of new political parties because, as some people are suggesting, he's the department of the APC. Is that not shameful? Should he not be above board? He's a professor for crying out loud. And nobody who... See, the police will not wait. If anybody listening now, goes online and does the content and calls Mahmoud Yakubu a thief, just do it. Do a content and say Mahmoud Yakubu is a thief, and see whether police will not come and arrest you for defaming Mahmoud Yakubu. Will they wait till December before they come and arrest you? Will they wait? So when Mahmoud Yakubu is not the one that is violating the constitution of Nigeria, why should we wait till December when he goes? Oh, we should wait so that it will already be too late for us to create a new political party that we unseat all of these charlatans. You people, you are joking. We will make sure that he does the right thing. Oh, this one is saying that he's not a member of any political party, but he just wants to see my
member of
APC. I have my evidence.
I have
to register. See, I have my evidence. I have applied.
Sir, refresh.
Yes.
Sorry. Everybody is saying that bring your evidence. So I will do a content on this thing this afternoon, right? And then tomorrow, for the hearing of everybody, tomorrow we are going to the National Assembly complex, and we are going there for some democratic stuff. I'm not going to unveil it, but we are going there so that you don't think that we are just on TikTok ranting, right? You don't think that we are running away from these people. In fact, they are the ones running away from us because they are too scared to face people looking at their ugly faces and squeezed faces to tell them the truth. So in case you are talking about evidence, stop, because somebody just dropped a comment here. He said, bring your evidence, stop shouting. Being economical with the truth. The truth is that, they are refusing to register political parties. So I think Jimmy said that nobody is scared of me. I'm as well not scared of anybody. You understand? Anybody who knows I'm not scared. When I really know say I don't get respect that day. When I really know say I was not well brought up. When I really know say Chris be my head. You understand? So no problem. Let's just leave it there. Sir, refresh.
Yeah.
I want us to even deliberate on this thing. You understand? So that it will just look as if now INEC is saying that they are not going to register. And by very sure,
No,
you
wait,
know very
wait.
well that
Let
they
me
are not
correct. Let me
going to.
correct. Let me correct
I know
that
that they
statement.
will not.
Wait,
Now,
hold
so
on,
what
hold
do
on,
we do?
Simple.
What do we do?
Simple.
Just tell the public.
Simple. INEC is not
Yeah,
coming
yeah, I
out
hear
to
you. Go on.
openly say, yes, INEC is not coming out to openly say that they are not registering new political parties. That's
Yeah,
not
I
what
know
they are
that.
doing.
Where to talk
So here's what INEC is doing, and this is the evidence that they don't know that we have. I, as a citizen of Nigeria, by constitutional right, have the right to form association. And one of those association is a political association. I have that right. And as a political association, we have the right, based on relevant section of the Constitution, the Electoral Act, even INEC guideline, to apply to INEC to be registered as a political party. We have that right. Now, INEC has prescribed the process, the step-by-step process for registering a new political party in Nigeria. They have prescribed it even in their INEC guideline. In addition to that, the Electoral Act has prescribed the way and manner INEC will register new political parties. In fact, the Electoral Act, the Constitution says that INEC does not have the power to stop any registration of any political parties except within a 12-month blackout window before the general election. Now, after INEC gave out their guidelines, we now applied. Guess what INEC wrote in their response? They put there in their response and said, oh, we have received your letter of intent to register as a political party, but note that the portal for registering new political party has not been opened. The portal has not been opened. We will inform you when the portal is opened. This answer is wrong. This answer is a violation of the constitutional provisions for registering a new political party. This answer is the same answer they gave to people like Amechi. And you know one funny thing? I saw a video of Seun Kuti also saying that they applied in 2019, that's 6 years ago. They applied to INEC to register as a new political party, and the INEC gave them the same answer, that the portal has not been opened, that they will communicate to them when the portal will be opened. 6 years after, they have not communicated to them.
6 years after.
6 years.
Jesus.
So
6 years.
So they will come and tell you that, oh, we did not say we will not register, but they are tactically delaying and denying registration, and we are saying we will not have it. If they do that with us, we will take legal action and we will go to press. We will shine light on the darkness of the activities of INEC. Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, if he wants to leave a good legacy, he should do the right thing now.
And organize a press conference.
You said?
Sir, refresh. We should plan and organize a press conference, because this thing you said is appalling. If Seun Kuti can make that assertion that as of 2019 they applied to establish or register a new political party, and they gave them a flimsy excuse that the portal is yet to be open. 6 years down the line, the portal is still closed. We should address this issue publicly by visiting a press conference. Honestly, we need to organize a press conference and shine a light on it.
Open to a press conference. Somebody is saying
it's clear now that INEC is now part of APC. It's a department of APC.